Modern life is a paradox. We have access to unparalleled convenience, endless entertainment, and more opportunities than ever before. Yet anxiety, dissatisfaction, and burnout are at an all-time high. Why? Because beneath all the progress and technology, the brutal truths of life remain unchanged. These truths have always been there, but while most of us avoid them, the Stoics faced them head-on and thrived because of it. The Stoics, including great thinkers like Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus, understood that life isn't about chasing comfort or avoiding pain. Instead, they taught us to confront life's harsh realities with wisdom, resilience, and inner strength. Their timeless philosophy reveals the secrets to navigating life's chaos, secrets that are just as relevant today as they were 2,000 years ago. Today, we're uncovering 10 brutal truths about modern life that the Stoics knew all along. These truths may be hard to hear, but once you embrace them, you'll find freedom, peace, and the ability to thrive no matter what life throws your way. From the illusion of control to the dangers of external validation, this wisdom will help you live with clarity and purpose in an unpredictable world. Let me ask you, have you ever felt trapped by the demands of modern life, like you're running a race with no finish line? If so, this video is for you. Share your thoughts in the comments below, and let's explore how Stoic philosophy can guide us through the challenges of today. If you're ready to embrace these truths and take back control of your inner peace, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more life-changing insights. Stick around until the end, where I'll share practical tips on how to apply Stoic principles to your daily life. Let's dive in. Truth 1. Life is unpredictable. One of the most brutal truths about life is its unpredictability. No matter how carefully we plan, life will always throw curveballs, unexpected events, setbacks, and challenges that disrupt our sense of control. In modern times, with technology and advancements, we often fall into the illusion that we can predict and manage everything. But the Stoics understood a deeper truth. Uncertainty is the nature of life, and resisting it only leads to frustration. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This wisdom reminds us that while we can't control life's external chaos, we can control how we respond to it. The Stoics saw unpredictability not as something to fear, but as an opportunity to practice resilience and adaptability. Why unpredictability is a brutal truth. 1. It disrupts our plans. Unexpected events can make us feel like our efforts were wasted or futile. 2. It challenges our sense of security. The unknown creates fear and anxiety. 3. It reminds us of our limits. Despite all our advancements, we're still vulnerable to forces beyond our control. How the Stoics approached unpredictability. 1. Focus on preparation. The Stoics believed in preparing for the unexpected through mental strength. Seneca advised practicing voluntary discomfort, like fasting or enduring cold, to build resilience. 2. Practice acceptance. Epictetus taught that we should differentiate between what we can and can't control. By accepting the uncontrollable, we free ourselves from unnecessary stress. 3. Adapt with flexibility. The Stoics valued adaptability, seeing change as an opportunity for growth rather than a setback. How to apply this today? Reframe uncertainty. Instead of fearing the unknown, view it as a natural part of life. Remind yourself that every challenge brings a chance to grow. Practice adaptability. The next time plans change unexpectedly, pause and ask yourself, what can I control in this situation? Focus your energy there. Build mental resilience. Take small steps to prepare for discomfort. Try stepping out of your comfort zone intentionally to build adaptability. Why this matters. Embracing life's unpredictability allows you to flow with its changes rather than fight against them. The Stoic mindset helps you find peace in chaos and reminds you that true strength lies in how you respond, not in your ability to control every outcome. Start today. Reflect on a recent unexpected event. How did it challenge you? And how could you have responded differently using Stoic principles? With practice, this shift in perspective will help you thrive in life's unpredictable moments. Truth 2. External validation is a trap. In today's world of social media, endless comparisons, and the pursuit of likes and approval, the desire for external validation is stronger than ever. Yet the Stoics knew this truth centuries ago. Relying on others' opinions to define your worth is a trap. It puts your happiness in someone else's hands and leaves you vulnerable to constant dissatisfaction. Epictetus warned, if you wish to improve, be content to appear clueless or stupid in extraneous matters. Do not wish to seem wise to others. This Stoic wisdom reminds us that chasing validation is futile. It distracts from what truly matters, your inner character and values. Why external validation is a brutal truth. 1. It's fleeting. Approval from others can disappear as quickly as it arrives, leaving you constantly chasing more. 2. It undermines self-worth. When your value depends on others' opinions, you lose sight of your intrinsic worth. 3. It distracts from authenticity. Seeking validation leads to people-pleasing and suppressing your true self. How the Stoics approached validation. 1. Focus on internal validation. The Stoics taught that the only opinion that truly matters is your own, as long as it aligns with virtue and wisdom. 2. Detach from criticism and praise. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "We all love ourselves more than other people, but care more about their opinion than our own." The Stoics practiced letting go of both praise and criticism, seeing them as irrelevant to their true purpose. 3. Pursue virtue over recognition. For the Stoics, living according to your values was far more important than seeking acknowledgement from others. How to apply this today? Limit social media exposure. Be mindful of how much time you spend comparing yourself to others online. Instead, focus on activities that align with your personal growth and values. Set personal standards. Define your success based on your own principles rather than others' expectations. For example, instead of seeking approval, ask yourself, am I proud of my effort? Practice self-reflection. Spend time journaling about what truly matters to you and how you can align your actions with those priorities. Why this matters. Letting go of external validation frees you from the constant pressure to prove yourself. It allows you to live authentically, guided by your values rather than others' opinions. This shift fosters confidence, independence, and inner peace. Start today. Think about a recent moment when you sought approval from others. Reflect on why their opinion mattered to you and how you could focus instead on your own values and standards. Over time, this practice will help you break free from the trap of external validation and cultivate genuine self-worth. Truth 3. Happiness comes from within. Modern life constantly tells us that happiness lies in external achievements, success, wealth, possessions, or recognition. But the Stoics knew a truth that many of us overlook. True happiness comes from within. No amount of external success can compensate for a mind that's unsettled or a heart that's discontent. Seneca said, "True happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence upon the future." This wisdom emphasizes that happiness is not found in chasing more, but in cultivating contentment with what you already have. Why external happiness is a brutal truth. 1. It's unsustainable. Material possessions and achievements provide only temporary satisfaction, leaving you craving the next thing. 2. It leads to anxiety. Depending on external factors for happiness creates fear of losing them. 3. It ignores inner fulfillment. Chasing external goals distracts you from nurturing your inner peace and values. How the Stoics approached happiness. 1. Focus on virtue. The Stoics believed that happiness comes from living a life of virtue, acting with wisdom, courage, justice, and self-discipline. 2. Practice gratitude. Marcus Aurelius often reflected on the blessings in his life, reminding himself to appreciate the present moment. Detach from outcomes. The Stoics taught that happiness doesn't depend on achieving specific results, but on the effort you put into living a virtuous life. How to apply this today? Cultivate gratitude daily. Write down 3 things you're grateful for each day. This simple practice shifts your focus from what you lack to what you already have. Reflect on your values. Ask yourself, am I living according to what truly matters to me? Aligning your actions with your values fosters a deeper sense of fulfillment. Limit material distractions. Simplify your life by focusing on experiences, relationships, and personal growth rather than material possessions. Why this matters. Understanding that happiness comes from within allows you to stop chasing external markers of success. Instead, you can focus on cultivating inner peace and living authentically. This shift not only makes you happier, but also more resilient when life doesn't go as planned. Start today. Take a moment to reflect on what truly brings you joy, not the fleeting kind from possessions or achievements, but the lasting kind that comes from living in alignment with your values. Practice gratitude for those aspects of your life and notice how this mindset creates a deeper sense of happiness. Truth 4. Suffering is inevitable. In a world driven by comfort and convenience, the idea of avoiding suffering has become a central focus of modern life. Yet, despite our best efforts, pain, loss, and hardship remain unavoidable. The Stoics understood this brutal truth. Suffering is a natural part of life. What matters is how we respond to it. Seneca wrote, "Difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body." This wisdom highlights the Stoic belief that while suffering is inevitable, it is also an opportunity to grow stronger, wiser, and more resilient. Why suffering is a brutal truth. 1. It's universal. No one escapes pain, whether physical, emotional, or situational. 2. It often feels unfair. Suffering can arise unexpectedly and without clear reasons, challenging our sense of justice. 3. It tests your resilience. Pain can feel overwhelming if you're not prepared to face it. How the Stoics approach suffering. 1. Practice premeditatio malorum, premeditation of evils. The Stoics would mentally prepare for potential hardships by imagining challenges they might face, helping them respond with resilience when difficulties arose. 2. Find meaning in adversity. Marcus Aurelius viewed suffering as a teacher, offering lessons that shaped character and wisdom. 3. Accept suffering as natural. The Stoics encouraged embracing life's challenges as part of the human experience rather than resisting them. How to apply this today? Reframe adversity. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" ask, "What can I learn from this?" Finding meaning in suffering helps you move forward. Prepare for discomfort. Challenge yourself with small voluntary acts of discomfort, like fasting or waking up early, to build resilience for when life becomes harder. Focus on what you can control. Shift your energy from resisting pain to taking constructive steps to navigate it. Why this matters? Acknowledging that suffering is inevitable frees you from the endless pursuit of avoiding it. Instead, you can focus on building the emotional and mental strength to endure and grow from life's challenges. This mindset transforms suffering from a source of despair into an opportunity for growth. Start today. Reflect on a recent moment of hardship. What lessons or strengths can you take from that experience? By practicing acceptance and reframing, you'll cultivate the resilience needed to face future challenges with grace and determination. Truth 5. You control your perception. Life is full of events beyond our control, but the Stoics believed that the power to interpret these events lies entirely within us. This idea that perception shapes reality is one of the most empowering truths of Stoicism. It teaches us that while we cannot dictate what happens to us, we can always control how we choose to see and respond to it. Marcus Aurelius famously wrote, "If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it, and this you have the power to revoke at any moment." This wisdom highlights the transformative power of perception, showing us that true freedom lies in how we frame our experiences. Why controlling perception is a brutal truth. 1. It demands responsibility. Accepting that your perspective shapes your reality requires self-awareness and discipline. 2. It challenges victimhood. Blaming external circumstances becomes irrelevant when you recognize that your response is within your control. 3. It requires consistent effort. Shifting perception isn't automatic. It takes practice to see challenges as opportunities rather than threats. How the Stoics approached perception. 1. Separate events from judgments. Epictetus taught that events themselves are neutral. It's your interpretation of them that creates distress or peace. 2. Reframe challenges as opportunities. The Stoics believed that obstacles can be turned into advantages through the right mindset. 3. Focus on inner strength. By controlling your perception, you build the resilience needed to face life's difficulties without being overwhelmed. How to apply this today? Pause before reacting. When something goes wrong, take a moment to ask yourself, is this situation inherently bad, or am I labeling it that way? Reframe adversity. For example, instead of thinking, "I failed," say, "I learned what doesn't work and can try again." Practice gratitude. Shifting your focus to what you're thankful for in a tough situation helps change your perspective. Why this matters. Mastering your perception allows you to reclaim control over your emotional state and responses. Instead of feeling powerless in the face of challenges, you can choose a mindset that empowers you to navigate life with clarity and strength. Start today. Reflect on a recent situation that upset you. How could you reframe your perception of it to see it in a more constructive light? By consistently practicing this shift in perspective, you'll unlock the Stoic power to shape your reality from within. Truth 6. Death is a constant companion. In modern life, we often avoid thinking about death, treating it as a distant and uncomfortable subject. Yet, the Stoics believed that embracing the reality of mortality was essential to living a meaningful life. The practice of memento mori, remembering that you will die, was not about fear, but about clarity. It reminds us to value our time, focus on what truly matters, and live with intention. Seneca wrote, "Let us prepare our minds as if we'd come to the very end of life. Let us postpone nothing. Let us balance life's books each day." The one who puts the finishing touches on their life each day is never short of time. This wisdom underscores the importance of living fully, with death as a motivator rather than a source of dread. Why the reality of death is a brutal truth. 1. It's unavoidable. No amount of wealth, power, or achievement can prevent death. 2. It can feel frightening. The idea of leaving loved ones or unfinished goals behind is deeply unsettling. 3. It forces us to confront life's priorities. Remembering death reveals how much time we waste on trivial matters. How the Stoics approached mortality. 1. Live with urgency. The Stoics encouraged treating each day as if it could be your last, focusing on meaningful actions and relationships. 2. Accept death as natural. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself that death is a natural process, part of the cycle of life for all beings. 3. Use death to clarify values. Reflecting on mortality helps you prioritize what truly matters and let go of distractions or grudges. How to apply this today? Practice memento mori. Spend a few minutes each day reflecting on your mortality. Ask yourself, if today were my last day, how would I want to spend it? Let go of trivial concerns. Use the awareness of death to release anger, pettiness, or fear of others' opinions. Focus instead on what brings you fulfillment. Prioritize meaningful actions. Make time for loved ones. Pursue goals that align with your values, and express gratitude for the present moment. Why this matters? Embracing death as a constant companion transforms how you live. It encourages you to act with purpose, cherish your time, and approach life with gratitude and urgency. This perspective helps you face not only mortality, but also life's challenges with courage and clarity. Start today. Reflect on what truly matters to you and what you've been postponing out of fear or distraction. Commit to taking one meaningful action today, knowing that life is finite. Over time, this practice will help you live more intentionally and appreciate each moment deeply. Truth 7. The present moment is all you have. In the fast-paced modern world, we often find ourselves dwelling on the past or worrying about the future. We forget that the only time we truly have is the present moment. The Stoics understood this brutal truth and emphasized living fully in the now, free from regrets or anxieties. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Confine yourself to the present." This wisdom is a reminder that peace and clarity exist only in the present moment. By focusing on the now, you gain the power to make the most of your time, energy, and attention. Why living in the present is a brutal truth. 1. The past is unchangeable. No matter how much you dwell on it, you can't alter what has already happened. 2. The future is uncertain. Planning for the future is important, but worrying about it robs you of the joy and clarity of the present. 3. The moment passes quickly. Every moment you spend disconnected from the present is a moment you can never reclaim. How the Stoics approach the present moment. 1. Avoid distractions. The Stoics believed in focusing entirely on what you're doing, whether it's a conversation, task, or reflection. 2. Let go of regrets and fears. Seneca encouraged letting go of regrets about the past and anxieties about the future, as they are beyond your control. 3. Practice mindfulness. By anchoring yourself to the present, you free your mind from unnecessary stress and distractions. How to apply this today? Pause and breathe. When you feel overwhelmed, take a few deep breaths and focus on your immediate surroundings. This brings you back to the present moment. Practice single tasking. Instead of multitasking, give your full attention to one task at a time. Notice how this improves your focus and satisfaction. Release what you can't change. When you catch yourself ruminating on the past or worrying about the future, remind yourself, the present is all I can control. Why this matters? Living in the present moment allows you to experience life fully and authentically. It reduces stress, increases clarity, and helps you respond thoughtfully to challenges. By embracing this Stoic truth, you build a foundation for peace and purpose. Start today. Choose one activity, whether it's eating, walking, or talking to a loved one, and commit to being fully present. Notice how focusing on the now deepens your experience and brings a sense of calm and clarity. With practice, this habit will transform how you navigate life's challenges and joys. Truth 8. You are not entitled to anything. In a world that often promotes entitlement and guarantees, the Stoics held a starkly different view. They believed that life owes us nothing, not happiness, success, or fairness. This brutal truth is difficult to accept, but once embraced, it frees you from frustration and resentment, allowing you to focus on gratitude and effort instead. Epictetus said, "Don't hope that events will turn out the way you want. Welcome events in whichever way they happen. This is the path to peace." This wisdom teaches us that entitlement creates unnecessary suffering, while humility and acceptance lead to inner strength. Why entitlement is a brutal truth? 1. Life is unpredictable. Expecting fairness or guarantees leads to disappointment when life doesn't meet your expectations. 2. It creates resentment. Entitlement fosters frustration when things don't go your way. 3. It blinds you to gratitude. Focusing on what you believe you deserve prevents you from appreciating what you have. How the Stoics approached entitlement. 1. Cultivate gratitude. The Stoics practiced finding joy in what they had, rather than lamenting what they lacked. 2. Focus on effort, not outcomes. They emphasized controlling what you can, your actions and attitude, rather than expecting specific results. 3. Embrace humility. By accepting life as it comes, the Stoics freed themselves from unrealistic expectations and entitlement. How to apply this today? Reframe your mindset. Instead of thinking, "I deserve this," remind yourself, "I will earn this through effort and perseverance." Appreciate the small things. Take a moment to reflect on what you already have and how fortunate you are, even in small ways. Let go of shoulds. Replace entitlement-based thoughts like, "This shouldn't happen to me," with acceptance. "This is happening. How can I respond constructively? Why this matters?" Accepting that you are not entitled to anything shifts your focus from what you lack to what you can create. It empowers you to take ownership of your life and find peace in the face of challenges. This mindset fosters resilience, gratitude, and a stronger sense of self-reliance. Start today. Reflect on a recent situation where you felt frustrated or resentful. Ask yourself, was I expecting something I wasn't guaranteed? How can I shift my focus to gratitude and effort instead? This practice will help you break free from entitlement and embrace life with humility and strength. Truth 9. Control what you can, let go of the rest. One of the core principles of Stoicism is the dichotomy of control, understanding that some things are within your control while others are not. Modern life often tempts us to believe we can manage every aspect of our existence, from outcomes to other people's behavior. But the Stoics knew this to be false. Trying to control the uncontrollable only leads to frustration and suffering. Epictetus wrote, "Make the best use of what is in your power, and take the rest as it happens." This wisdom teaches that peace comes from focusing on your own actions and mindset, not external circumstances. Why control is a brutal truth. 1. Many things are beyond your power. You cannot control external events, other people's opinions, or random misfortunes. 2. Trying to control everything leads to anxiety. The more you resist uncertainty, the more stressed you become. 3. Letting go feels uncomfortable. It's hard to accept that you must relinquish control over certain aspects of life. How the Stoics approached control. 1. Focus on your sphere of influence. The Stoics emphasize directing energy toward what you can control, your thoughts, actions, and reactions. 2. Detach from outcomes. They encouraged pursuing goals with effort and excellence, but without attachment to the results. 3. Accept the uncontrollable. Marcus Aurelius advised seeing external events as neutral and learning to adapt to them gracefully. How to apply this today? Identify what's within your control. In any situation, ask yourself, oh, what actions can I take? Oh, what can I influence, and what must I let go of? Release attachment to outcomes. Focus on doing your best, knowing that results are influenced by many factors beyond your control. Use acceptance statements. When faced with something you can't change, repeat to yourself, "It is what it is. I will focus on what I can do." Why this matters? Learning to focus on what you can control brings clarity and reduces unnecessary stress. It allows you to channel your energy effectively and accept life's uncertainties with grace. This practice fosters resilience and empowers you to face challenges with a calm and steady mind. Start today. Think about a current challenge in your life. Write down 2 lists, one for what you can control and another for what you cannot. Commit to acting on the first list and letting go of the second. This exercise will help you practice the Stoic dichotomy of control and find peace in uncertainty. Truth 10. Virtue is the only true wealth. In modern society, wealth is often equated with money, possessions, and status. But the Stoics rejected this idea, emphasizing instead that true wealth lies in virtue, living a life of wisdom, courage, self-discipline, and justice. They believed that external riches are fleeting and beyond our control, but inner virtue is enduring and within our grasp. Seneca wrote, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more that is poor." This wisdom teaches that the endless pursuit of material wealth can never satisfy the soul. Only by cultivating virtue can we find lasting fulfillment and peace. Why material wealth is a brutal truth. 1. It's impermanent. Money and possessions can be lost, stolen, or destroyed, leaving you empty if they're your sole focus. 2. It's insatiable. The desire for more wealth often leads to a cycle of dissatisfaction and greed. 3. It doesn't guarantee happiness. Material success can't buy inner peace or true contentment. How the Stoics approached wealth. 1. Prioritize inner values. The Stoics believed that qualities like honesty, integrity, and kindness are far more valuable than external possessions. 2. Practice contentment. They taught that happiness comes from wanting what you already have, not from acquiring more. 3. Live simply. The Stoics often advocated for simplicity, seeing it as a way to focus on what truly matters, character and relationships. How to apply this today? Redefine wealth. Reflect on your personal definition of success. Ask yourself, am I valuing material possessions over my character and relationships? Cultivate virtue daily. Practice acts of courage, kindness, and self-discipline. These qualities build a life of lasting value. Simplify your life. Let go of excess possessions or unnecessary expenses. Use your energy and resources to enrich your inner life and support others. Why this matters? Understanding that virtue is the only true wealth frees you from the constant chase for material success. It allows you to focus on building a meaningful life rooted in values, relationships, and personal growth. This perspective fosters lasting peace and fulfillment, regardless of external circumstances. Start today. Reflect on one virtue, such as patience, honesty, or generosity, that you'd like to strengthen. Take one small action today to practice that virtue in your interactions or decisions. Over time, this focus on inner wealth will bring a deeper sense of purpose and contentment. Modern life is full of distractions, challenges, and illusions, but the Stoics knew the brutal truths that have stood the test of time. These 10 truths: life's unpredictability, the trap of external validation, the importance of inner happiness, the inevitability of suffering, the power of perception, the reality of death, the value of the present moment, the rejection of entitlement, the dichotomy of control, and the true meaning of wealth are as relevant today as they were thousands of years ago. By embracing these truths, you can stop resisting life's realities and start thriving within them. The Stoic approach teaches you how to navigate life with wisdom, resilience, and inner peace, even in the face of its harshest truths. Let me ask you, which of these truths resonates with you the most? Which one will you start applying to your life today? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear your perspective. If this video brought you value, give it a thumbs up and share it with someone who could benefit from these timeless lessons. Don't forget to subscribe for more insights on Stoicism, mindfulness, and living a life of purpose. Thank you for joining me today. Remember, embracing the brutal truths of life isn't about despair. It's about finding strength, clarity, and freedom. I'll see you in the next video.